Hi guys, it's me again. I just wanted to go over a money saving grocery list that anyone can use. I use it myself when I go shopping. I've spent a lot of years trying to narrow down a really good grocery list that would actually save me money and that would be pretty much everything I would need, or even like two people would need, or in some cases even three people would need. Per trip to the grocery store. I realize everybody's in a different situation. Some people can't get all the things that are going to be on this list, but the good news about the list is, it comes to about, $50 or less, depending on where you shop and depending on what kind of deals you get with it. But I'll just start getting into the list here. Okay, so this is the list that I normally would get when I go to the grocery store. Like I said, you're looking at, the goal is to try to spend $50 or less per trip to the grocery store. Obviously, you're trying to make it last up to 2 or 3 weeks. Now, that could happen with this list. You could probably do that with about 2 people, because I do that currently with 2 people. Sometimes 3, like I said, depending on the situation. But for $50 or less, so you're looking at, let's say if you went let's just say 2 weeks, that'd be $100 a month in groceries. Now that's pretty good considering some people spend $100 on groceries in 10 days. Depending on the size of their family or whatnot, but they can still use this list, the same list, to try and reduce their costs on their grocery bill. So, okay, to start out the list here, we have one package of 4 stick butter. So you get the 4 sticks of butter in one package. One syrup, one bottle of syrup. I'll explain what that's for. Actually, both of these go together. What you can do when you get a sweet tooth, or when you want something salty too, you can take care of both by spreading some of the butter on a piece of bread, and then pouring a little bit of the syrup onto the buttered bread, and then you can fold that up and you can eat it. Now that will take care of a sweet tooth and take care of the fat cravings of the body, and sometimes in some cases take care of the salt cravings as well. So that's what the butter and the syrup is for, and the bread, but we'll get into that in a minute. Then you want to get 2 family-sized boxes of PopTarts. It could be any kind of PopTarts you want. Obviously, they sell them in the Pop-Tart aisle, but you want to get the family-sized boxes. You want to get 2 of them. The reason being is most people want something sweet when they wake up in the morning. Economically, I've never really found anything better than PopTarts to be the thing to eat, like 2 PopTarts in the morning when you wake up. If you get a family-sized box, you're getting about 12 packages or sometimes more in the box per box. So, 2 people eating 2 Pop-Tarts every morning, you're looking at, with 2 of those boxes, you're looking at going for at least 24 days of breakfast, if you were to keep it at that. So, of course, you could have more as needed. Most people usually do. That's why I said, it'll last about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Then 3 bags of shredded cheese. It could be any kind of shredded cheese you like, but there's a reason for the shredded cheese too. I'll get into that in a little bit, but any flavor, there's different flavors. I personally like the Mexican blend, but they have other ones. You want to do 3 bags of chicken patties. Now they sell those patties. They usually come in a circle. You know what I'm talking about? Chicken patties. They have them in packages, sometimes in the frozen section, or sometimes in little tubs of frozen, where the frozen foods are at. But you want to try and get 3 packages of these patties, chicken patties. The reason why is because that's one of the primary meals that I eat for protein, for meat and for protein. And 3 packages would last one person a very long time. We're looking at 2 weeks, one person, 3 weeks. If you really didn't, it just depends. But at least 2 weeks. 2 people eating them, around the same, because it'll be, you know, a variety. You wouldn't always be eating them at the same time and whatnot. But you want to get 3 of those packages of chicken patties, and 1 package of head lettuce. You want to get a big head lettuce, so you can put that in your fridge. Now the reason for that is you can put the head lettuce onto the patty to give yourself a little bit more nutrition. You know, you can rip off some head lettuce, put it on top of the patty, put it on a piece of bread, 2 pieces of bread, make a sandwich out of it, and eat it that way. 1 small bottle of mayonnaise. Now the mayonnaise goes hand in hand with the chicken sandwich that we're talking about here. You put the head lettuce on top of the patty. You know, pour a little bit of mayonnaise on there, and squeeze out a little bit of mayonnaise on there. And then you got yourself literally a chicken sandwich with lettuce on it. And of course you can add sliced cheese. We'll get into that here in a minute. 12 cup of soups. 12 cup of soups. Those are real cheap. You know, you can get, I think you can get 10 for $1. There's a few different flavors, but I mean, there's many flavors altogether. I don't know how many, but they do have a variety of different flavors. So whatever floats your boat, whichever one you prefer more. But those are always economical. I mean, 12 of those, you're looking at, what are we looking at? $1.20 for 12 of them. And you can add that in with your chicken sandwich, or you can eat it separate at a separate time. Those come in really handy. Kids like them. They like the noodle part of it, not necessarily the broth part, but you can separate the noodles out of them, put them on a plate, and give them to your kids, and they like the taste of the noodles usually. 2 regular packages of microwavable buttered popcorn. Now the reason I eat the buttered popcorn is it's a nice snack at nighttime, like when you're not that hungry, but you're craving something. You don't want to eat too much because you don't feel like you can handle too much, but you just want something to kind of satisfy your stomach. You know, just pop in a bag of microwavable buttered popcorn, good to go. 2 packages of those would last a person probably about 2 weeks. You know, let's say there's 10 to a package or whatever, 8 to a package or whatever, that should last about 2 weeks for a person. For 2 people, like I said, maybe a little bit less, or maybe around that same amount of time. Just depends on who's eating what. 1 small tub of iodized salt. Now, the reason for the iodized salt is what I use it for. And it's really healthy for the body. Iodine is really healthy for the body. The body needs it. So I add a little bit of iodized salt to my bag of popcorn. Every time I make a bag of popcorn, I add it in there. Then I shake up the bag so that I, get salt throughout the bag. So that it doesn't all just stay on the top of the bag. And then I got, iodized salted popcorn, really good for the body, iodine. So you want to, in fact, a person could, if they didn't get enough iodine, they could die from that. So, you know what? Here, I'll just keep going for this video because I gotta finish this list here. No, you know what? I'll go to a different video and separate it in that one.